Hello and welcome to TFA Analysis. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.
And education is the key to any society. Education is the strongest pillar for any nation. And say that what it is time for us to stop beating ourselves for a mistake committed by the government of President Bobia and Amadou Ahidjo. They will call on us tomorrow, and we will be ashamed to look at them. We will be ashamed to look at them. I'm pleading with you that it is time for us to help these children gain their fundamental rights, which the school year is about to start. That is 2022-2023 academic year. It's about to start. And the people of Southern Cameroon do not know whether they will go back to school or they will still stay home for 6 years without any education. And education is the key to any society. Education is the strongest pillar for any nation. And if we decide as Southern Cameroonians that we are going to frustrate our own people, our own children, our own future, then we are killing ourselves. I'm coming up this hour to say that what it is time for us to stop beating ourselves for a mistake committed by the government of President Bobia and Amadou Ahidjo. That it is time for us to stop beating and punishing ourselves in order to make our enemies, the government of Amadou Ahidjo and President Bobia, to react or to say something. I say it is time for us to stop beating ourselves, that we want to show to the international community that we are not living fine. No country is living better. People understand their situation, understand where to touch who for somebody to react. But we turn ourselves, Southern Cameroonians, to be beating ourselves, torturing ourselves every day, believing that somebody will see our pains and see our sorrow, our frustration, and have pity on us. Nobody. The school years has come, and Ambazonian fighters and leaders came up on social media and said there will be school this year in Southern Cameroon. And they gave a condition, the kind of school that will be operational. They say private school, mission school, and community school. I don't know which one is community school, whether it's a school opened by the palace in which there is no form living in their palaces. I don't know whether a school opened by villagers that they gather together and say, since our children have been abandoned, let us educate them. I don't know whether that is the kind of community school they are talking about. But my point here is that what? That would not help. The population of Southern Cameroon, if you estimate, is more than 8 million people. And out of these 8 million people, more than 4 million of them are children, school-age children. They need to go to school. They need to go to school. And if we talk about private school, there are not many private schools in Southern Cameroon. There are not many mission schools in Southern Cameroon. There are not many community schools in Southern Cameroon that can bring all these children together and start teaching them. They are not. And when you say it out and say no, there will be no government school. No government school will be operational. I still want to ask this particular question. Which kind of school in Southern Cameroon is called government school? It is the one, to me, I believe you people are referring to the ones that are being sponsored by the government of Cameroon. They pay their salary, they make the infrastructure. And if that is the case, I will tell you that it is an act or a sign of hypocrisy that you people are putting in place. Because what you people are trying to say is that anything that is coming from the government of Cameroon or linked to the Republic of Cameroon, you have nothing to do with it. Those who call themselves Ambazonian. And then I still say that it is an act of hypocrisy because there are many things belonging to Southern Cameroon, to French Cameroon, that you are using. When you kidnap people or you ask for people to contribute money, they are contributing money in which currency? It is in France CFA. Why have you not denied that one? Since the crisis started in 2016, you have been holding on to this. And when you talk about money, it's all boiled down to that currency that belongs to the French Cameroon. Why have you not refused that one? Because to you, money is more important than education. That is what you are. If you want to deny anything from French Cameroon, you deny everything. If you are using one, you should use all. And that is what I'm calling on all Ambazonian leaders and fighters to allow government school to be operational. That government, all the government school in Southern Cameroon since 2017, there is no Francophone teaching there. Only your brother and your sister will be teaching there. Southern Cameroonians will be the one teaching there. They will be the one teaching your children. Nobody. You still talk again that you do not want, and you have declared that only private school and mission school and community school should be operational. Which curriculum have you provided to them? No one. They will still use the curriculum coming from French Cameroon. You have provided them with nothing. Which textbook would they be using? No one you have provided unto them. They will be using textbook prescribed by French Cameroon. That is the harmonized this thing, filled with assimilation and all sort of things. I keep on saying that Ambazonia were not prepared for anything called independence of the people of Southern Cameroon, called freedom of the people of Southern Cameroon. And then I'm saying that what you should not use your ideology to punish everybody. We are Southern Cameroonians. I am a Southern Cameroonian. I remain a Southern Cameroonian. You claim and look for people to be fighting on your behalf. That does not make you more Southern Cameroonians than me. And we should stop pretending. We should stop practicing hypocrisy. Doing things and doing the other one. Accepting this one and refusing this one from the same people. If you want, the first thing you have to deny from French Cameroon should be their currency. Should be their currency. When you kidnap a person, ask for dollars or any other currency or naira. If you demand money from anybody to contribute, that money is in circulation. That one is nothing to any Ambazonians. It is only school. In which, because they know that their children have nothing to do with that. Their children are schooling abroad, in government school, in private school, in big school, using what? The money that people are taking from poor common people down there and sending to them. The education system, they have nothing to them, so they can frustrate it. I told you that you are frustrating the future of Southern Cameroon. And that territory will not allow you to go free. Children for 6 years today have not gone to school. Many Southern Cameroonians who refuse that they will not be assimilated, changed to become French-speaking people, are today speaking French, are today loving Francophone region. They don't want to go back again. How many Southern Cameroonians have you pushed to be assimilated, to become French-speaking, in which that is what you are fighting for? Many are going out to school in Francophone regions. Many are out there doing their businesses in Francophone regions, and automatically they are becoming more Francophones than Anglophones. This is something we have to reason. If you call yourself you are an Ambazonian leader, you should reason. If you are on a mission to frustrate the people of Southern Cameroon, I tell you that you still have people that will never one day support that ideology. Me. It is time that your selfishness and your wickedness need to stop. Need to stop. If you say, then on the private school, ask those private schools to provide their own textbooks. Ask those private schools to provide or to provide them with a curriculum that they have to follow, with textbooks that they have to follow, with syllabus, with an educational system. But you are telling everything. You say they should go to school and still use French thing. You still use French this one. Still use this one, and you are using currency from the French Cameroon. Yet, under education, that is the pillar of the nation you are fighting for, you refused. So that when you take over power, if something happens that you take over power, you have more frustrated people in which they will be loyal to you, and you will put marginalization in place and be manipulating them. That is what you people have learned from other African countries, and you are putting it now, so that if something happened that Ambazonia gets independence, many, more than half of Southern Cameroonians will be frustrated, uneducated, and then it will be easy for you to manipulate them and stay in power. I told you, it is time. That system is not. All schools should be operational. It is even an advantage for Southern Cameroonians. If you are a reasonable person, it is an advantage to you that you will not spend a lot on education. Let the government of Cameroon, from all they have been taking from Southern Cameroon, let them be sponsoring our children and educating them while you are fighting for their independence. Your point that you have to be fighting is that what? No French teachers or no French speaking should be teaching them. That is what you have to be fighting. But if only your own sisters are there teaching, and then the government is helping you to pay, you are refusing it, it is out of wickedness and selfishness. I will tell you, you have not provided any community school. You have not provided any a private school. You have not provided any school, any mission school. You have not subsidized any. Then you are asking them to open their doors. How many of them are even there that they can take all the children that have not been schooling all this year? I'm pleading with you. I'm pleading with you that it is time for us to reason. It is time for us to have pity on these little children who have not been in school for. Who have pity for these little children in which the government of Cameroon are using and giving them a certificate that they don't deserve. They don't deserve. GCE just came out, and many Southern Cameroonians in Bamenda, in Boya, in Southern Cameroon pass GCE, in which they have not gone to school. They have God given that to them to show to the international community that what? That school is going on there. And these people will be frustrated tomorrow. They have certificate, but they cannot do anything. And you'll be asking them because they did not go to school. Government used them for their political game. We should not allow this to happen. Allow children to go to school. Use government infrastructure. You talk about the community school. This one should go. Which infrastructure is that? Have you provided for them? No one. No one. If a school or a community is having more than 1,000 people that have to go to school, where would they sit? Since you said they will not sit in any government school, forgetting that all those buildings were constructed by a PTA levies, contributed by Southern Cameroonians, not by the government. The government just gave by the school, created a school without any infrastructure, without anything. The community created and built the PTA, contributed, gathered money and constructed those buildings and infrastructure that you are seeing today, but you call them government this thing. The money government is using to pay the teachers is coming from Southern Cameroon. This money they have been taken from Southern Cameroon all this year. Why will you not use them? Why will you not use them? It is time we have to take away selfishness. It is time we have to take away wickedness. Okay, the Ambazonian leaders, many of them came up talking about there will be school. Some say it will start in September. Some say it will start in October. Which one are we going to follow? A school starting in September or in October? Because different a fashion of Ambazonians group, they are giving their own date that the school will start. And when this one, the people who say in September they will start, those who say it has to start in October will start disturbing them. Only amongst us, all this trouble will continue. I'm telling you, you came up and say you are more Southern, you are a Southern Cameroonian, and you are a more Southern Cameroonian than others, and that you what you group yourself to call yourself Ambazonian, and then you took the wrong way. Come back. Let us all be on the same platform as Southern Cameroonians and fight for our freedom and fight to be our nation. Let us stop destroying and frustrating our own people. They will call on us tomorrow, and we'll be ashamed to look at them. We'll be ashamed to look at them. I'm pleading with you that it is time for us to help these children gain their fundamental right, which is education.